Ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker's teaser trailer number 1 that made its debut over at Star Wars Celebration back in April of this year, it left a lot of fans around the world very excited and eager to see the final and third trailer of Episode 9 by Disney, Lucasfilm, J.J. Abrams, and crew. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film, at the end of the day, is going to be a revelation film, answering many of the burning questions from, of course, The Force Awakens that were not answered in The Last Jedi, that will ultimately be answered in Episode 9, while also creating brand new questions at the very beginning of this film by J.J. Abrams. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to many shot descriptions of the upcoming final trailer, this is where things begin to get very intense for Episode 9. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that both Rey and Kylo Ren are dueling with their lightsabers on a large piece of wreckage of the second Death Star is said to detach from the main wreckage, where as Rey and Kylo are fighting, they are standing on a falling piece of material while hanging on tight as it crashes into the nearby water. Now, as this happens, it's explained that large waves are seen crashing behind them, which is said to be an intentional parallel between Anakin and Obi-Wan on Mustafar with the spewing lava in the background. The scenery is said to be very dark and gritty with a brand new theme by John Williams that plays over the shot. The next describes a sequence where it's explained that Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren are all standing around a tall Darth Vader statue. As they stand around the statue, it's explained that a revised track of the Imperial March is heard where the Vader statue is said to appear cracked with webbing around it. And this is the point where Rey and Kylo Ren are said to continue on with their battle prior to this moment. Now, the last describes a sequence where it's explained that Rey is holding a Jedi Holocron, where it glows on a bright blue color. As she holds the device, it's explained that she begins to hear the past voices of Anakin Skywalker from episodes 2 and 3, as well as Luke, Yoda, and Kenobi, as well as Leia. As this happens, Rey is said to be closing her eyes during the shot, where it all transitions to a moment where Kylo Ren is said to be standing in front of a shadowy figure that is said to be Palpatine walking toward Kylo Ren and his Knights of Ren, and presenting him his new Sith Empire. However, the Emperor's face is shadowed out in the shot, where he shows Kylo all of his destroyers through a large window panel that looks out to space. So, let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that this film is going to be a big movie by Disney and Lucasfilm. We also know that this movie is very important to not just them, but also to the Star Wars community, of what the fans want to see and how the sequel trilogy is going to end. Now, with that being said, it's pretty safe to say that the driving force for the hype of this movie, without a doubt, is indeed Darth Sidious himself, Emperor Palpatine, and the fact that Ian McDiarmid is making his big return to close the sequel trilogy and the Skywalker saga forever. So, one of the other pieces that I really want to go over quick that really does catch my interest is, of course, the moment where both Rey and Kylo Ren are said to be engaging in a lightsaber duel on top of the second Death Star wreckage, where as all of this happens, it's explained that a piece of the wreckage is said to eventually fall off and land into the ocean, giving us a direct parallel to what happened in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, between both Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting in the lava lake on Mustafar. And that's the thing about J.J. Abrams, you can really see that he's paying a lot of attention to, Episodes 1, 2, and 3, and how he could really create a lot of parallels to the past Star Wars films in this particular Star Wars movie, in order to make it truly feel like the culmination of the Skywalker saga. Now, the other piece that I do want to go over that also really excites me is, of course, Darth Vader's statue. Now, this is something that we have never seen since the EU, also known as Star Wars Legends. Now, in Star Wars Legends, Darth Vader's castle was indeed a thing, and now JJ is trying to bring it back into, of course, the new canon that falls under Disney, where all the Knights of Ren and Kylo Ren are said to be kneeling around the Darth Vader statue, essentially doing some kind of ritual, from what it seems, for the character of Darth Vader, and worshipping this character that lived on for so many years. So, you can really see how they're trying to pay great homage to the character of Vader in this film, and paying great respect to that particular character. And I truly do believe that one big part about all of this that really pays a lot of respect to the TV series Star Wars Rebels is, of course, how Disney and Lucasfilm are trying to introduce a thing called Holocrons in the upcoming final Star Wars film of the Skywalker saga. Now, one of the sequences is actually set to involve Rey holding a Jedi Holocron that glows in a bright blue color. And as all of this happens, it's explained that she begins to hear the voices of Obi-Wan, Luke Skywalker, Leia, Anakin Skywalker, Yoda, you name it, and as all of this unfolds, it's said that Rey is closing her eyes and meditating during this particular sequence inside of some kind of ancient Jedi temple. So this movie really is going somewhere as far as, Force, Jedi, and Sith lore goes and what JJ's trying to do in order to truly expand the Star Wars franchise beyond what we have ever seen before in a live-action Star Wars film in order to really make things a little bit more different. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.